Good to see you again. Happy Thursday, 18th day of November, 2021. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan Kuntz, your host. Thanks for starting your day with us. 34 degrees outside of our studios, and we have snow in the forecast. Yep, just in time for your afternoon commute, right around 5:30. A little bit of the white stuff. When it's all said and done in the Wenatchee Valley, an inch, maybe an inch and a half. Other locations, maybe a little bit more. We have a winter weather advisory that was issued by the National Weather Service. That means they're keeping a pretty close eye on things. If you remember correctly, we visited about this a week, maybe 10 days ago, when the Climate Prediction Center did their long-term forecast, and this is more often than not pans out pretty accurately, and their long-term forecast for winter was colder than normal and wetter than normal. It's a La Nina year, and we're going to get a little preview, I think, of what may be happening all winter long later on today. Forecast details coming up. News, got that. Sports, Seattle Kraken. They've lost 5 in a row now. Blackhawks got the better part of that. Plus, we'll preview the state football and volleyball playoffs. They continue this weekend for the local teams. We'll find out who plays when and how. Seahawks, they got to win out. They've only won 3 games this year, and if they plan on making the playoffs, and every team plans on making the playoffs, they got to start winning. They got to start winning starting this Sunday against Arizona. We'll have that in sports. It's Thursday. Pause for pets. Let's see. Jack, Momo, Dee, and Mitty. They all need homes. Who are Mitty, Dee, Jack, and Momo? You'll find out with Pause for Pets from our friends at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. And not one, but 2 interviews in the back half of the program. Jessica Arroyo came back to pay us a visit from Health Alliance Northwest. It's time to get signed up. If you're 65 or older, you've been bombarded with advertisements and flyers and all kinds of stuff. Jessica from Health Alliance Northwest is going to help you do that process, either if you're new to the Medicare thing or not. It's decision time. And then we had a chance yesterday, head on down to the Town Toyota Center and visit with Corey Batista from the Women's Service League. My Girlfriend's Closet returns this weekend. It's going to be at the Town Toyota Center this year. Corey is going to give us a little preview of that in the back half of the show. Yeah, we're going to give you 2 interviews today because we're just that kind of people. Let's go ahead and start our tour at 3 minutes after the hour. See what we have out there with our Sky-Fi cameras. I see a little haze, some high clouds, and that's what we're going to have most of the day today. Don't look for the sunshine. It's going to be taking the day off for the most part. Good view there from our cross camera. Looking out over the Wenatchee Valley. Sunrise this morning, 7:10, almost there. Sunset tonight, 4:21, 9 hours and 11 minutes of daylight. The days are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Where are we off to, Uriah? We're going to go see the snow-capped mountains of that area. I want to say, by looking at the bottom of the screen, that we are looking, I don't know. Help me out, Uriah. That's the monitor camera? Okay, yeah, I guess so. That's Kashmir. I'm assuming we're looking at the bottom of your screen. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. There's the Wenatchee River. Yeah, that's got to be Kashmir. The monitor camera looking almost due west towards Leavenworth. There's Kashmir. You can see Steins on the right, and then you hop over the mountains, and you're in Leavenworth, and you hop over the mountains, and you're in Winton, and then you hop over the mountains, and well, you know all that stuff. Camera number 3. Good morning to our friends in Aniat in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. That's the Waterville camera. Super high camera, way up there. Gorgeous view. Earthquake Point jumps right out at you. Snow in the Cascades in the background. A little sliver of Aniat on the left-hand side of your screen, and a gorgeous view from the Waterville camera. And now to camera number 4. The big finish. Wow, Lake Wenatchee checks in. Beautiful view there. I'm assuming that the Kaler Glen Golf Course is closed for the season. I know the Highlander Golf Course is already closed for the season, but you can still play golf on their simulator. The Dirty Face Mountain covered in snow. The White River, the Little Wenatchee River flowing into the top, and then just plain Wenatchee River at the bottom. Beautiful view of Lake Wenatchee on this Thursday morning. And you folks in Lake Wenatchee are going to get some snow. A winter weather advisory starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon, goes to 10 a.m. tomorrow. Here you go, folks. Take a look. That's what we're dealing with today. Snow, depends where you live. About an inch here in the Wenatchee Valley, we're thinking. Maybe an inch and a half. Other places could get 3 or even 4 inches of snow. Number 1 Canyon, Waterville, Badger Mountain Road, Kashmir, Mansfield, Pangborn Airport, of course, is higher in elevation. It should be pointed out here in the Wenatchee Valley where the Columbia River runs right down the middle of the valley. That's about 600 feet above sea level. The snow level is going to drop down to about 900 feet tonight. Best chance of measurable snow, by the way, is going to be about 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. It will eventually melt off, but take a look at where you live. Yes, a winter weather advisory for this time of the year. We don't see that particularly often. So there you go. And the passes are going to get quite a bit of snow, as you might imagine. Are you ready for winter? It's still over a month away. Lots of clouds today. Again, as we get deeper in the day, the chance of snow increases. During the day today, while the sun is still up, we're talking about less than ½ an inch, maybe even 1/4 of an inch, or maybe even very little at all. Could even come down in the form of rain in many locations, but we're not going to get very warm, only about 36 degrees. As far as snow, about 7, 8, 9 o'clock, a little bit of light snow. Again, the snow level is going to drop all the way down to 900 feet. The chance of snow is about 80%, so we could get, an inch or so. Little bit of light snow early on Friday morning. Eventually, though, the clouds will be departing. We'll see some sunshine by Friday afternoon, but we're only going to get up to about 40 degrees. That's about normal for this time of the year. Patchy fog Friday night, pretty chilly, 27 for the overnight low. To the weekend we go Saturday. Some morning fog, it burns off to some sunshine to the afternoon. No precipitation, warmer still, high of 44, 45, but lots of clouds on Sunday, but dry. Just overcast and dry on Sunday. Warmer still, above normal temperatures on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, with some sunshine coming our way. All in all, nothing really dramatic outside of whatever snow we're going to get late this afternoon into the early evening hours, and maybe a little bit come Friday morning. Again, a winter weather advisory begins at 4 o'clock this afternoon, goes until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. To the mountain passes we go. A report brought to you by D.A. Davidson, the strength of a trusted partner and personalized solutions to meet your financial needs. Member SIPC. The only pass that has an advisory is the one you see right there. Stevens Pass has a traction tire advisory. It's not snowing, but there is compact snow and ice on the roadway on Stevens Pass, so they have a traction tire advisory up there. Blewett, US 97, you're good to go. No advisories, no restrictions. The roadway, bare and dry. Happy sailing. Snoqualmie, same deal. No advisories, no restrictions. The roadway is bare and dry. This image is currently unavailable. We apologize for any inconvenience and are working to correct the problem. Thank you, Washington State Department of Transportation. In any event, all you got to worry about is Stevens, and even that's not really too bad today. A couple of inches of snow in the mountain passes today, but all of the passes are going to get snow tonight, as you might imagine. Anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of snow in the forecast for the Cascades tonight. A little bit of light snow on Friday, and then they go through a long dry period. If you're traveling over the mountain passes this weekend, you're going to be fine. No snow in the forecast on Saturday or Sunday or even Monday. The next band of snow after tonight isn't predicted until Monday night into Tuesday. So all in all, not too bad at all. All right, 8 minutes after the hour, a 1-minute break, and then your headlines for this Thursday morning. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Kids are resilient. I just love their energy. They bounce back so quickly. I love the stories they tell. I love just their charisma, their character. I love to see that subtle smile that you pull out of a kid, when you start talking with them about something they really like. I just love what I do, and I can't imagine I would be as happy doing anything else.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow. We have live bands to rock the night away, comedy to make you laugh, and if that's not enough, we have poker every Monday and Wednesday night. Club Crow in Cashmere has it all. Check out our Facebook event page for dates and times. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
A little foggy, a little cloudy, 34 degrees. Get ready for some light snow later on this afternoon. It all depends on the elevation here in the Wenatchee Valley. Just a little skiff of snow, I don't think any more than an inch, maybe an inch and a half by the time the system is through on Friday morning. Other locations are going to get 2, 3, maybe even 4 inches. I'm talking about Waterville, and some of the canyons around north central Washington. 10 minutes after the hour, the Washington State Patrol is the lead investigating agency involving a collision Wednesday morning. A Douglas County Sheriff's Office cruiser and another vehicle had an accident. Both Chief Criminal Deputy Steve Grossclose, 54 years old, and the driver of the other vehicle, 35-year-old Matthew Michelson of East Wenatchee, they suffered minor injuries that did not require hospitalization. According to the State Patrol, about 10:15 a.m. yesterday morning, Grossclose was driving his marked vehicle with its lights and sirens on north on Highway 28, Sunset Highway, when he entered the intersection with Eastmont Avenue on a red light. His 2016 Ford Explorer hit the driver's side of Michelson's 2020 Chevrolet Equinox, which was crossing the intersection on a green light heading towards the Otobashian Bridge. Trooper John Bryant said the Sheriff's Office requested that the Washington State Patrol investigate. The results of that investigation will be turned over to the Sheriff, who will determine what, if any, action may be taken. East Wenatchee police are looking for a pair of people that they say stole a grocery cart filled with $736 worth of merchandise from the grocery outlet in East Wenatchee. The police department said it was Wednesday the 10th that the man and the woman made off with the goods. Anybody with information on the two people that you see is asked to contact the East Wenatchee Police Department. You do it on the Rivercom non-emergency line. That's 509-663-9911. The rate of COVID-19 cases in Chelan and Douglas counties, a slight uptick over the last couple of weeks. The Chelan-Douglas Health Department reporting Tuesday that the two counties have a rate of 579 new cases per 100,000 population over the last 2 weeks. At the beginning of the month, the rate was 533 new cases per 100,000 population. The number of people being treated for COVID-19 at Central Washington Hospital remains high, 35. 9 of those patients are in the intensive care unit. Of the 35 patients being treated for COVID-19, Confluence Health says 32 of those not fully vaccinated. All 9 of the ICU patients listed also not fully vaccinated. A Wenatchee man arrested last July for imprisoning a woman inside a residential trailer earned himself a 90-day jail sentence plus a year on probation. Wenatchee police say 35-year-old Alfonso Villanueva Arroyo confronted a woman who held a domestic violence restraining order against him and kept her inside the trailer for 45 minutes while demanding that she withdraw her allegations. Originally charged with kidnapping, assault, and witness intimidation, Arroyo pled guilty Monday to lesser counts of unlawful imprisonment and third-degree theft. Police say he withdrew more than $400 from a relative's bank account without gaining permission. He also agreed to plead guilty to misdemeanor counts of violating a protective order. The Washington Redistricting Commission, as you know by now, failed to meet their deadline Monday at midnight to vote on district maps, but the proposed district maps have been made public. The 12th legislative district, which right now encompasses Chelan, Douglas, Okanogan, and parts of northern Grant County, would instead stretch west across the Cascades into King County along the Highway 2 corridor all the way to Monroe. District 13, which is centered around Grant County, would thicken southward. It would take on Teaton, Natchez, and Moxie. All of Douglas County, except for about 2/3 of East Wenatchee, would join Okanogan County in an expanded 7th district, reaching to Pend Oreille County and the eastern Washington border. In the congressional maps, the 8th district would still cross the Cascades, but would lose East Wenatchee to the 4th district, instead gaining much of rural Snohomish County. All those borders are likely to change by law now. The redistricting process moves on to the state Supreme Court, and their deadline to finalize the new districts, both state and congressional, is on April 30th. The Education Service District, that includes North Central Washington, has the second highest rate of student COVID-19 infections in the state. The North Central Washington ESD represents 30 school districts, which saw 357 students diagnosed in the most recent 2-week reporting period. Okanogan County Public Health Officer Dr. Jim Wallace said the COVID vaccination for kids ages 5 to 11 is highly recommended to keep those case rates down.
I've been fielding a lot of questions from concerned parents, from school nurses, from school officials, from my own family members about the safety of the vaccine versus the complications that arise with COVID. COVID does affect kids, and it can affect kids in severe ways. We see kids get multi-organ inflammatory syndrome, where multiple organs of the body are impacted. That's rare, but it does result in hospitalization and is one of the most dangerous impacts that COVID has on kids. We also see long COVID in kids. So kids can have symptoms for longer than 2 weeks. The cough, the runny nose, the cold, headaches, just general lethargy can last over a month in kids. And we see it impair their ability to do well in school or continue in sports. There's a lot we don't know about COVID in kids. That's another reason why I'm worried about our children getting COVID. I know that vaccine side effects are a concern for a number of families. They were a concern that I had early on. I did a lot of research, read original articles, and evaluated the safety and efficacy of the COVID vaccine for myself, for adults, as well as for adolescents and now for kids. I'm confident that it's a safe and effective vaccine. The most common side effects are feeling a little bit of an illness because your immune system is ramping up and it's building its immunity to combat the virus if it ever does infect the body. Those side effects are a low-grade fever, fatigue, nausea, even a cough and runny nose, because the vaccine is doing its job to prime the immune system. More severe complications include anaphylaxis and severe allergic reactions and even myocarditis, pericarditis. Many people have heard of those things. They're really scary, but they are very, very rare. Only 1 to 2 cases in 40,000 people have been reported in older age groups. And there is reason to believe that it's less likely for younger age groups to get myocarditis. And so we're not advising that that's a reason to forego vaccination for kids. The risks of multi-organ inflammatory syndrome in children are much higher than any risk of complication or adverse effect of the vaccine.
And that's what's making headlines on this Thursday morning. Grant and Jefferson and Cal and everybody else who cobbles together a newscast will do exactly that. So you can tune in at 5, 6, and 10 and catch up on the evening news. You can also watch it on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, and on our homepage with a preview. Here's Grant Olson.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, rain mixed with snow headed our way tonight. I'll have all the details, plus your weekend weather outlook coming up in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Granstrom has the latest on the Seahawks as they prepare for Arizona on Sunday and results of Kraken hockey. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thank you, Grant. Don't forget, we'd love to hear from you. You can email us directly, news@ncwlife.com. You can go to our homepage, ncwlife.com, on the World Wide Web, and click on the Contact Us icon. You can call us at the number that you see at the bottom of your screen, or go to our Facebook page and drop us a note on Facebook Messenger. We got highlights of the Kraken and the Chicago Blackhawks from last night at Climate Pledge Arena. Coming up, we'll also preview the weekend in prep sports. It's all playoff related, of course. Sports is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
Hey, Ellie, what's troubling you?
No one cares about insulation.
Out of sight, out of mind, I guess.
But it's just so effective and inexpensive. It's one of the best ways to warm your home. Shannon's PUD $1 per square foot rebate can often pay for the cost of a DIY blow-in installation to an attic. So are you going to check out the rebates at shannonpud.org/save today?
Yeah!
Can you help me down? Let's go to shannonpud.org/save today.
20 minutes after the hour in sports, the Seattle Kraken have now lost 5 games in a row. Chicago took care of business last night, 4-2 at Climate Pledge Arena. For the third straight game, Seattle found itself behind early. The Blackhawks scoring in the first and second periods. They led 3-0 before the Kraken finally got on the scoreboard.
Work back out to Vince Dunn towards the net, and then across. Blocked. This time by Seth Jones. Shot by Geeky. That did not get through. Loose in front. They score. Junior Kara. Power play goal. The Kraken are on the board as it was backhanded in by Jared McCann. Worked around by Doc. Kept alive by the Kraken. Here's Everly. To Dunn. And now Ford with a shot. He scores! Johnny Ford pulls the Kraken to within one with 1:49 remaining. Here comes Everly. Everly gives the puck away. It's cleared towards the empty net and in. McCabe puts the Blackhawks back up by 2. Will lose their 5th in a row as time winds down. Blackhawks 4, Kraken 2.
They'll try and break their 5-game losing streak over the weekend. Colorado will be coming to town Friday at Climate Pledge Arena. They'll drop the puck at 7 o'clock. To the Les Schwab Women's College Basketball scoreboard, Haley Van Lith scored just 2 points, but didn't really mean that much. She was great with assists. She just kept feeding the ball to Emily Engstler. She had 20 to lead Louisville over UT Martin 62-30. Next up for Van Lith and the Cardinals, they'll be in Seattle Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock to take on the Huskies. To the men's college basketball schedule, the Washington State, they're going to take that long plane flight from Pullman to Moscow to take on Idaho tonight. That's on ESPN+. I don't have that. Washington will host Wyoming tonight at 8 o'clock on the Pac-12 network. I do have that. Seahawks have no room for error as they prepare to take on Arizona Sunday in Seattle. Following last weekend's loss to Green Bay, Seattle is just 3-6 on the year. If they have any shot at the playoffs, basically they got to win out. Bobby Wagner said, there's frustration in the locker room, but not enough frustration to dismantle the team's goals.
Obviously, there is some frustration because you have, a lot of guys that are, want to win, a lot of guys who are hungry to win, and the tradition here has been winning. And so, obviously, it's not going the way that we want it to go, but I think at the end of the day, everybody just wants to win and do their part to turn this thing around. And I think that's the gist of the locker room is what can we do right now to, start to chip away at this hole that we put ourselves in.
Wagner says an easy way for Seattle to turn around their struggles is to stop committing stupid penalties.
We don't have much more margin for error. We can't keep giving games away. We can't keep, shooting ourselves in the foot. And so I think it's, a lot of the messaging is getting out of our way. There were some penalties that we had that could have been avoided. And so, especially when you're playing, great teams like Green Bay or Arizona or whoever we have coming up, there's already enough against us. We can't get in our own ways.
As the defense continues to improve, a standout has emerged. Linebacker Jordan Brooks. Defensive coordinator Ken Norton Jr. says it's all about the hard work he puts in.
I think anytime you see a really good performance on Sunday, it's only taking value in the process on Monday through Saturday. It doesn't happen. Sunday doesn't happen without the work during the week. Sunday doesn't happen without the work, without the communication, without study habits, without taking care of your body. It's such a big process. And for young players, it's really hard for them to really get it. They think they can just show up here and be special, and special has to be earned and has to be worked at. And he's doing a great job of realizing that, really taking value in the people around him who have been here for a while and playing at a high level, and learning from his experiences and from the really good veterans around him. So what you see him doing on Sunday is only a reflection of what the hard work he's been putting in during the week.
Seahawks' struggle this year has been offense. They haven't gotten any kind of offensive momentum. The offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron, he's not taking any of the blame. Coach Pete Carroll says one of the biggest problems offensively, injuries.
Let's just look what's happened. Russ was playing, and then he left in the Rams game, and then we had to bounce back with G, and which he did a nice job, and we altered what we were doing just to make sure that we gave ourselves a chance to win. And so then we come back at the Packers and Russ's first game back. I think we need to settle everything down and get back to the ball that we liked earlier in the year, and when we thought we started to get things rolling. So, but it's been tumultuous in that regard, you know, and so I think that also not having Chris, where we were really leaning on Chris, had made a difference to us too, so those are just the situations he's had to deal with. It ain't been easy, you know, and so I'm looking forward. We got 8 weeks to do something here and see where we wind up after that, and you know, we need to make progress.
Seahawks and the Cardinals, Lumen Field, Sunday afternoon, 1:25 kickoff. It'll be broadcast on Fox. The state volleyball tournaments get underway tomorrow morning for teams in our area. They'll all be in Yakima, the gateway to Moxie. The Wenatchee Panthers have an 8:45 a.m. game against Mount Rainier in the first round. After an undefeated Big Nine season and a district title, Coach Marty McMahon will take her girls down to Yakima and try to earn Wenatchee its 4th trophy at state. The Sun Dome will be packed. They got the 4A, the 3A, and the 2A tournaments all going on over the next 4 days. The larger schools had to move to Yakima when an agreement between the WIAA and St. Martin's College fell through. That means Ellensburg has to play at 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning tomorrow against White River. Ephrata will take on Anacortes at 8:45. The state 2B football playoffs begin for Okanagan tomorrow night right here in the big city. The Bulldogs will take on Columbia Burbank, and the quarterfinals leave off the field at the Apple Bowl, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And Libertyville has a quarterfinal 1B playoff game against Odessa at Lions Field in Moses Lake. That's a Saturday afternoon affair, 3 o'clock. They'll take on Odessa, and those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Thursday, November 18th. Happy 93rd birthday, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is 93 years old today. Happy birthday, Mickey. November 18th, 1928 is when Steamboat Willie, the famous cartoon, made its theatrical debut. Of course, when Walt Disney first came to Hollywood, Disney Studios worked for Universal Studios. Yeah, he was a paid employee and it didn't go very good because all of his creations, Walt's creations, were making pretty good money for Universal Studios. So Walt went to his boss and said, hey, how about a raise? And his boss at Universal said, nope, in fact, we're going to cut your budget 20%, Walt. That didn't sit too well with Walt, so he did what he was contractually obligated to do. He quit and started Disney Studios. Smart move, Walt. And then he had his chief animator said, just start drawing me a bunch of animals. And he came up with this mouse, and he liked the mouse. Called it Mortimer Mouse. He took the drawing home to his wife, Lily. He said, what do you think, Lily? Mortimer Mouse. And she goes, I like the character. The name stinks. Think of a better name, Walt. He came up with Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Happy 93rd birthday to Mickey Mouse. Why does Mickey Mouse wear a bottom and no top? And Donald Duck wears a top, but no bottom. Think about it. 28 minutes after the hour. Today in history. South Vietnam, we're going to send some advisors down there. That's what JFK said. 60 years ago today, November 18th, 1961, John F. Kennedy, President Kennedy, authorizes military advisors to head on down to South Vietnam, check things out. Just going to advise 18,000 of them, 18,000 military advisors off to Vietnam. This is going to develop into something. The events of 43 years ago in Guyana are still mind-boggling to me. I remember this like it was yesterday. The night before, November 17th, Congressman Leo Ryan, who was down there investigating, was getting ready to leave the airstrip. He was assassinated along with 5 or 6 other people. The military showed up. They hacked their way through the jungle. And when they emerged in the daylight of November 18th, 1978, here's a report from KGO TV, San Francisco.
These are the first pictures out of Guyana on the incredible orgy of death that took place in the People's Temple Agricultural Mission at Jonestown. This is picture number 1. This picture was taken from up high. It shows what the mass suicide looks like when over 400 cultists who believed in everything that Jim Jones said took their own lives. Now, this picture was taken by an Associated Press photographer who was the first one back in there after the mass suicide murders. As you can see, bodies are strewn all over the place. This is inside one of the mission buildings. The bodies are laid out almost like everybody took the poison and then picked a place to be still somewhere until the poison took effect. They are in rows, as you can see.
Still can't believe it. When it was all said and done, 918 people died, 909 in Jonestown itself, and then the others who were assassinated outside of Jonestown. 271 of those victims, children, 43 years ago today. At Texas A&M University, they would have a big tradition, a big bonfire on the Friday night before the Saturday homecoming game. It's been going on for decades. They don't do that anymore because of what happened on November 18th, 1999, 22 years ago today. Once again, here's a news report from that time.
Rescue workers are continuing their careful search of a twisted pile of logs at Texas A&M University. At least 9 students were killed and more than 24 hurt when a 40-foot high bonfire structure collapsed without warning early today. Authorities say 6 bodies have been pulled from the debris, and rescuers say they've seen at least 3 more bodies in the wreckage. Fire officials had said earlier that 5 students were unaccounted for.
Final death toll, 12 students killed, 27 others were injured, and they don't do the bonfire anymore at Texas A&M University. And finally, same-sex marriage comes to this country on this date. The ripple effect began November 18th, 2003. 18 years ago today, the Massachusetts Supreme Court rules in a 4-3 decision in the case of Goodridge versus Department of Public Health that the state's ban on same-sex marriage is unconstitutional. Massachusetts would become the first state in the United States to grant marriage rights to same-sex couples, and now, of course, it is legal everywhere in this country. 32 minutes after the hour. Birthdays. Alan Shepard, the first American who traveled into space. He did that back in 1961, and he also walked on the moon, Apollo 14, in 1971. In fact, Alan Shepard, of the original Mercury 7 astronauts, the right stuff, he is the only one who actually walked on the moon. He's also the only one ever to play golf on the moon. He snuck a golf club up and a couple of golf balls on the Apollo 14 mission. By the way, the golf balls and the golf club are still up there. Alan Shepard, born in the state in 1923, died at the age of 74 in 1998. The saga of Gene Mach, most people consider him a great baseball man. He was born in the state in 1925, died in 2005 at the age of 1979. He managed 3,942 games in the major leagues for the Phillies and the Angels and any number of clubs. He is by far the winningest manager to never win a pennant. He never went to the playoffs in 3,942 games. Gene Mach, born in the state in 1925. David Ortiz, Big Papi, he's 46 years old today. Remember, he was originally drafted by the Seattle Mariners. I was in the Seattle Mariner organization before they traded him to the Twins, and the Twins released him. He ended up going to the Red Sox. And my guess is at the end of this year, he'll be voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. David Ortiz, perhaps the greatest designated hitter ever, is 46 years old today. And my favorite tennis player from Thailand, Napawan Lertchi-Wakarn. How are you? She's 30 years old today. Happy birthday to Napawan Lertchi-Wakarn. 30 years old today. 34 minutes after the hour. We have 2 interviews coming your way. Jessica Arroyo from Health Alliance Northwest will be dropping by to remind you that the deadline is coming, folks, to get signed up. If you're 65 or older, you know what I'm talking about. Also, we had a chance to talk to Corey Batista from the Women's Service League of North Central Washington. My Girlfriend's Closet is back this weekend at the Town Toyota Center. Both of those interviews are coming up, plus an opinion from Mike Mad Dog Menache. But first, Jack, Momo, DD, and Mitty. They all need homes. It's Paws for Pets on the NCW Life Channel.
This week on Paws for Pets, Haley introduces us to 4 guinea pigs named Jack, Momo, Dee, and Nibby.
I'm here to show you our lovely guinea pigs. This one in my arms is Momo. He's a good boy. You might want to go down. Whee! All of our guinea pigs were owner surrendered to us. I believe this situation was they didn't have enough room. They brought us 2 girls and 2 boys. The girls are a bonded pair, so they need to go together. The boys would prefer to stay separated. If you did want to get all 4, or the girls and boy, or both boys, every single one of them is very well socialized. They're good with having their nails trimmed. It's better if you do 2 people for nail trims, 1 hold, 1 trim. They love their veggies. As you can see, they all love chomping on their carrots. Each one is only $10, so if you are interested in adopting one or the bonded pair or all of them, you can come on down to the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. We are open every day from 11 to 6. We are closed daily from 1:30 to 2:30 for quiet time for our animals.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Discover the magic of the holidays in iconic Lake Chelan. Enjoy wintry wine tastings, head outdoors to ski, hike, or just have fun. Come experience the breathtaking light displays. Celebrate the season with neighborhood Santa parades, or find just the right thing in our local boutiques. Your family is invited to join in our family traditions. Shop local, buy local, play local. Learn more at smalltownholidays.com.
You're in Ford Country, land of Pat Armstrong, Ford Lincoln, home of the lifetime warranty. That'll sure get you thinking.
Get ready for fall and winter with a new or used truck or SUV from North Central Washington's four-wheel drive headquarters, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, on 3rd Street in East Wenatchee.
Land of Pat Armstrong, Ford Lincoln, you're in Ford Country.
Things have changed in the motorsports industry. Short supply and high demand have emptied showrooms. But what hasn't changed are the experts at Doghouse Motorsports. They are here to help you reserve the machine of your choice. Stop by and check out the latest 2022 Husqvarna motorcycles, UBCO, and Intense electric vehicles, and other new additions to the Doghouse Motorsports family of high-quality products.
Over the last year and a half, the industry's absolutely changed, but the Doghouse is still your best option for all your power sports needs.
Ancestry Cellars redefines family wineries by connecting wines to their own family. This approach creates unique wines, celebrating sisters, brothers, and family events. Make their wines part of your family story at Ancestry Cellars in downtown Manson.
Skagit Cellars is a multi-award-winning winery from Mount Vernon. Now you can experience this Westside winery in their downtown Manson tasting room. Cozy inside or out, you will be pleasantly surprised when East meets West at Skagit Cellars.
Are you frustrated because you feel like you aren't getting the internet speeds you pay for? One of the most common ways to test your internet connection is called a speed test. These are free and easily located on the internet and can tell you how fast your internet is. However, for certain reasons, these tests may not always be accurate. A speed test shows you how fast a file can be downloaded to the computer you're running the test on. However, there are many things that can affect the speed of that download besides the speed of the internet going into your home. A few of the things that can affect your internet speed are poor Wi-Fi signal, other wireless signals interfering with the wireless signals coming from your router, other devices in your home draining your bandwidth, your computer or phone running apps programs in the background that you aren't aware of, slowing your entire device. Any of these things can slow down your internet. Your internet is like water flowing down a pipe. There's a big pipe bringing internet to your local area, and a smaller pipe coming off of that bringing internet to your home address. Your router is just another pipe that brings the internet inside your house, and every device inside your home is like a pipe connected to the router. Just like with water, if any of those pipes along the way are too small for the amount of internet that needs to flow through for a family, the flow for everything down the line will be much slower. It's a lot like trying to push all the water going into your house through a small straw. Also, again, just like with water, if everyone in your home is using the internet at once, any individual device may not be able to receive the full flow of the internet. It's like your whole family trying to drink out of that small straw all at once. If you're struggling with internet that is slower than expected, Make sure that all of the devices that your internet flows through are working correctly, and check all devices in your home for background programs that may be using the internet. If everything still appears to be working correctly, contact us and we'll be able to help.
This is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, Amazon, the mega giant consumer retail business that's literally changing our society. Now, some people hate that beast. Now, Amazon is supposedly driving up housing costs in Seattle, paying people slave wages, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, well, maybe they are doing that, but you have to admit, being able to find exactly what you want from the privacy of your own home and have it delivered in a day or two, that sure beats driving all over town looking for something that possibly no real retailer even has in stock. And quite frankly, the deteriorating customer service that is rampant in some retail businesses may be a big part of the reason why Amazon is so popular. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. We can lift this up.
Great, I want that one. I would like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Ho, ho, ho. Santa wants you to shop at the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center. They have a huge variety of fun Christmas items in their Christmas cottage. There's so much to choose from, and it changes day to day. Santas and snowmen, holiday dishes and decor, village pieces and ornaments. To add to your collection or start something new, you can't beat the prices. What's old is new again for you in the Christmas cottage at the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5,
High school sports is back, and NCW Life Channel's got you covered. Tune in for football, girls soccer, and volleyball right here. A huge thank you to our sponsors, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, and Save Mart. Follow all the action of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCW Life Channel.
14, they come back.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Back in the middle of October, Jessica Arroyo from Health Alliance Northwest paid me a visit, as she does twice a year when the open enrollment began. For you folks out there 65 and older, well, that was in the middle of October, and everybody goes, December 7th, that's forever, I don't need to worry about it. The deadline is almost here for you to get your enrollment in, get your figures in, get signed up for the plan that works best for you. Jessica is back with a friendly reminder to get her done. Hi, Jessica. Welcome back.
Good morning.
You guys have been at Health Alliance Northwest on Chelan, 5th and Chelan. You guys have been nuts, haven't you?
It's
just
been very
crazy.
busy.
How do you keep ahead of it? I mean, what do you do?
We just schedule in our potential clients, and we take our time to go over the education portion of the plan and then go see if our plan fits their medical needs.
Last year, of course, we were knee-deep in COVID, and a lot of people said, if I can do it online, and you can, they were doing that. You had the online shopping went sky high for you guys as they went through and picked the plan. But you can still go down and visit Jessica and the pros at their office if you just would prefer the one-on-one touch, right?
Absolutely. So we do have our option for you to go online to healthalliance.org/Medicare. You put in your zip code and you can look through your prescriptions, your providers, cost. It even has a drug cost calculator on there, so it does the math for you, which I love. Or you can come into our office, and we're here available Monday through Friday. Our office is open from 9 to 4, and we do close from 12 to 1 for lunch. You mentioned drugs for a lot of elderly people. That's a huge expense. Is that the number one thing you get a lot from your clients is how am I going to pay for my prescriptions that the doctor says I got to take? Absolutely, and that's a big part of the shopping process. Not every single plan covers the same drug, so that is very important prior to you enrolling into a plan. Make sure that we cover what you need.
So this all started back in October, the middle of October, and hopefully you just got it done as we get into the holidays and the Christmas rush. But December 7th is coming. It's time to start the shopping process. So how would you recommend they go about doing it if they've been kicking the can down the road and now they realize they got to get it done? What do you recommend for them to get the process going?
Absolutely. I would, first of all, give us a call or visit our website to see if this is something that you're interested in and start the process now. We do know that holidays do slow down the mailing process. So if you are planning on doing a paper application, start getting that in the mail. We do have to have information in our office on December 7th. It can't be postmarked, so that's something to also consider. Yeah, don't stick it just do it online. It's a super easy website. This is very well done, by the way. You just click and you go. But if you have any questions, Jessica is there to help you. We talked about prescription drugs. What are some of the other questions that you get a lot of when people sit down at your office and say, okay, let's get signed up for 2022? What are some of the more common questions you hear? Absolutely. The most I hear is, what is my out-of-pocket expense? So we go down, sit down, okay, well, let's consider how many times do you visit your primary, your specialty. We also talk about things that people are interested in. So how do you cover routine vision, routine hearing? Do you cover dental, and how much? So we do go over that down that list. And what about first-timers? For those people, of course, who turned 65 this year, it's time for you to get in now, as opposed to the folks who have already been in the system for years. What do the first-timers need to know? Because they've never done this before. Absolutely. So it is a hard time just because they're getting a lot of marketing and it's their first time around. Oh, you see a lot of that, don't you? Well, absolutely. You're just bombarded with ads and flyers and mailers and all that stuff, and it can be overwhelming. Yeah, and so that's another thing I'll use our retail office for, is it's a really good time to really sit down and just get more clarity on what is it that you're reading and what is it that you need, so we can really, really help with that. And that's the whole deal. What happens on December 8th if you just didn't do it? Unfortunately, you wait till next year for annual enrollment period again, which is October 15th through December 7th. So it's a really important time for everybody. But again, the paperwork has to be in by December 7th, or you're out of luck. It's as simple as that. Anything else that's on your mind, Jessica, while I have you here? Because we got to get this done, folks. I mean, we joke around a lot in this program. This is serious stuff. You just got to get her done. Absolutely. Come see me. I'm happy to help. Like I said, I'm here located in Wenatchee at 411 North Chelan Avenue, Suite A, where the old Pioneer Title Company used to be. Or you can give us a call at 1-877-561-1463. Healthalliance.org is the website that I went to. I just Googled it and it popped right up. I recommend, if you have any kind of computer savvy, to go ahead and do it on the computer. It makes things considerably easier. If you want the one-on-one, you can go visit Jessica. You can even do it on the phone if you want, right? Absolutely. Yeah, you can. I mean, if you want to, you could be online and be talking to Jessica at the same time on your speakerphone, and she'll say, "Okay, now do this and do that," and you got it. You got it done. I hope you're busy. In fact, I'm taking up some of your precious time right now, Jessica. No. So it's always nice to visit you. Yes, Jessica Arroyo from Health Alliance Northwest. Again, folks, the deadline is December 7th, and after that, you're out of luck for 364 days, and you don't want that to happen. Get signed up, find out the package that works for you,
and you're good to go. And you have that nice little endorphin release. You got it done, and you're covered for the next calendar year. Thanks, Jessica, for coming by.
Thank you.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Opioids are now one of the leading causes of injury-related deaths in Washington state. More people die from overdose than from car crashes. Between 2012 and 2016, more than 3,300 lives in Washington were lost to opioid overdose. We are all part of the solution. Your choices matter. If you are prescribed an opioid pain medication, talk with your doctor about other options, and don't share your prescriptions with other people. It starts with you. Learn more at getthefaxrx.com.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. We're in the North Concourse of the Town Toyota Center along with our good friend Corey Batista of the Women's Service League. My Girlfriend's Closet is back with some significant changes. The most important one is the location. We're not at the old Hastings building. Corey Batista is the marketing chair. I'll let you take it from here. A lot of changes this year. Some of it you kind of got thrown out, with all due respect to Confluence Health. They said, you can't use our building anymore. We got other stuff in it. Town Toyota Center came through in a big way. Give me the nuts, bolts, and everything folks need to know about My Girlfriend's Closet.
So we are very excited to be back. I think the last time I maybe even saw you was the day before we were supposed to open in March of 2020. And here we are, finally. We're having it. The community's very excited. We are at the Town Toyota Center. No longer at the old Hastings building. We moved down here last weekend. It was an incredible feat, but we did it. Our members and other community volunteers, including the Wild Boys, helped us get all the stuff down here. So we're opening this Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 7, and Sunday, 1 to 3. So all of our merchandise that was ready to go down at the old Hastings building is now here.
And it's amazing how much women's clothing is here. I forgot how big this event really is.
Yes, and it has grown over the years. People have been very, very generous. We are not taking any donations at this time. I know everybody is very anxious to give us more stuff, but as you can see, we have a lot of stuff that we need to sell. So at this time, we are not taking donations.
How much legwork does the Women's Service League put into this? Because I'm looking at 250,000 pieces of clothing here, and I'm just guesstimating that you got to sort it by size and style. It must be mind-boggling, logistically speaking.
Months, weeks, and I think that's what made it so heartbreaking when COVID struck, that everybody has so many, hours and blood and sweat and tears and hangers and clothes, and just so much work goes into this process. And so the fact that we have been on hold for, almost 2 years at this point, we couldn't be more excited to be back. And, our donation, or the money that we raise, does go to help nonprofits in the community. Women and children that need our help, and as you know, those organizations are really in need at this point.
A couple of things that you need to know about My Girlfriend's Closet that are different from last year besides the location. There's no changing rooms, and they don't want you to grab a dress and go into the ladies' room and try it on. It's not going to work. You're just going to have to buy a piece of clothing on faith that it fits. Sorry, but no dressing rooms. And you see these things that Corey and I are wearing? You're going to be policing them. You just got to have a mask.
Yep. So no dressing rooms. Masks are required by the regulations of indoor shopping. It's free admission. People keep asking about tickets. There are no tickets. When the doors open at 9 o'clock, you do not need a ticket. Everybody can come in. There's no preview party. And I think the biggest thing is that in order to come into Girlfriend's Closet, we are at the north side of the building. So the VIP entrance, so not the front door where you come in to go to concerts or Wenatchee Wild games. It's on the other side.
It's basically the parking lot between the Town Toyota Center and Bluebird. You can't miss it. You pull right in. There's plenty of parking on the north side as well. Give us the hours one more time, Corey, so people can write this down.
So Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 7, and then Sunday is 1 to 3. Because from 9 to 1, we have the women from those organizations that we help come in and shop for free. So we help them get together outfits and those sorts of things. So the morning is reserved for those women, and then everybody can come back at 1.
You're a busy woman. Before I cut you loose, plug your Women's Service League, plug your organization one more time. I think you do great work. And the thing I love most about your organization, no guys. I think that's a brilliant move, quite frankly. Plug your organization one
The
more time.
women get a lot done. As I said, we moved all of this stuff from Hastings down here over the weekend. We're an incredible group of women. Our focus is women and children. Again, all the proceeds from the sale will go back to the community to help those in need. We're welcoming new members. The pandemic kind of shut us down because most of what we do is gathering and eventing and grouping. And so we're really excited to get this group of women back together and invite others who are passionate about helping in our community and passionate about Girlfriend's Closet to come and join us.
Corey Batista from the Women's Service League of Wenatchee. Again, my Girlfriend's Closet is back this weekend. Town Toyota Center, North Parking Lot. Wear the mask, and most important, have fun.
Yes.
Have fun. The odds are pretty good. You're not only gonna run into somebody you know, but you might even make a new friend or two.
I agree.
Corey, it's good to see you.
Thanks so much.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve. The right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
The Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center brings you Vibrant Motion, a new hour-long exercise program featuring local instructors Connie Townsend and Pat Robbins. Each week, we'll bring you a new episode with aerobics or Tai Chi. We promise you'll get a heart-pumping, low-impact workout regardless of your age. Join us for Vibrant Motion, weekdays on the NCW Life channel. Check your program guide for airtimes.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Direct from Las Vegas, Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday cirque. Experience holograms, interactive lasers, projection mapping, and a cast of international cirque performers on one stage. Experience the futuristic holiday show everyone's talking about. Make new memories with your family this holiday season and experience Holiday Dreams, a spectacular holiday show. Live in concert.
That ad that you just saw is a friendly reminder, next Wednesday for Winning Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, we'll be giving away another pair of tickets to Holiday Dreams, courtesy of our friends at the Town Toyota Center. Really good seats right on the floor, right close to the stage. If you want to go for free, you can take your chances and try to win on Winning Wednesday next Wednesday, or you can take out the element of chance and just buy a pair of tickets yourself. SNOW spells snow. We have a winter weather advisory issued from the National Weather Service for this area. Take a look at that graphic. Yeah, there we go. Now here in the Wenatchee Valley, I'm thinking maybe an inch and a half tops between 4 o'clock this afternoon to 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That is the time frame for the winter weather advisory. The snow level is going to be at 900 feet tonight. The Wenatchee Valley, where the Columbia comes through, is about 600 feet, so it depends on where you live. Waterville, you can get 2, 3, 4 inches of snow. It's possible. Other locations, not much at all. And other locations are probably going to get rain as opposed to snow. But I wouldn't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow morning with a light dusting of snow here in the Wenatchee Valley. Real quickly, high today of about 36 degrees with lots of clouds again. Later on today, basically right around sunset, we could see some light snow coming down, 31 for the overnight low tonight. Tomorrow morning, a little bit of light snow. The snow level goes back up to about 2,000 feet in the afternoon on Friday. Then a pretty quiet and fairly mild weekend in store. Saturday, Sunday, and right on into Monday. That's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.